easy. Easy lover's choice. Comrade Chairman of the meeting, General Secretary of the PNP Youth Organization, Peter Gay Ferguson, big up yourself. Comrade General Secretary, all of the wonderful comrade candidates for the 5 constituencies here in St. James. I am so pleased and proud that you've stepped forward to represent our great party in the next general elections when they come. Comrades on the platform, but most of all of the PNP supporters, workers, warriors, foot soldiers from here in Mount Salem, from other communities across St. James who are here with us tonight in Mount Salem Square. Wanna look good, wanna feel good, wanna look ready to get rid of this wicked and uncaring government. So I say, good night, St. James, the second city, the heart of tourism, the birthplace of Samuel Daddy Sharp, a great national hero of this country. I stand before you tonight, not just as the president of the People's National Party. I stand before you as a Jamaican, born here, grow here, work here, married here, live here, pity them there, grand pity them there, and be now left here. So any little bad man guy who want to tell some sample like and go hold him corner. I stand before you as a Jamaican man who believes that this country is greater than what we've been asked to accept. We are better than the broken health system where Cornwall Regional Hospital has been under repair for years, burning through billions and billions of taxpayers' dollars, while the people of St. James and Western Jamaica are still without proper health care. It is a disgrace, and there has been no accountability for the worst situation in health care ever in the history of the country. We are better, Jamaica, than the dirty cities that we have to live in, where garbage piles up, where traffic has no order, where street lights don't work, and where raw sewage often runs in the road for people having to hop, skipping, and jumping to avoid it. We are better than the heavy burden of the cost of living that the people have been carrying. And Comrade Ian Hayes, Vice President, took you through a comparison of the prices of so many essential basic items. And you can see that prosperity is an illusion. There is no prosperity. There is sufferation and hardship and frustration. And that is why there is no third term loading. There will be no third term. There will be a new term for the People's National Party, because Jamaica wants change. Why, St. James, respect you. St. James is not just a place. It is a force in this country. You power our tourism. You contribute so much to our culture. And you drive our economy. But I know that often you feel like you are treated as an afterthought. And that must end. Because Jamaica, time come. Time come for leadership that delivers with purpose. Time come for a government that serves with integrity. I want a Jamaica where a child in Norwood or in Mount Salem or King Street has just as much chance to achieve their dreams as a child in Iron Shore or in Cherry Gardens in Kingston. I want a Jamaica where the people of Granville, of Bogue, of Montego, of Gatadupa have hospital where the healing of the sick takes place. Schools where all our children learn to read and write and to handle numbers. And communities that thrive in a spirit of togetherness and progress. I want a Jamaica where the garbage is collected and the roads are maintained. Water is provided to communities and in households, and public services are reliable and affordable for the people. I want a Jamaica where people do not just work in tourism, but they thrive in it, and where they can look to become owners of a piece of the tourism industry. Where Sam Sharp's legacy of justice and freedom and the policies we deliver will be manifestations of that legacy, and the lives that we uplift will be a testament to honor the legacy of Samuel Daddy Sharp. This is the Jamaica I see, and this is the Jamaica we are working to build, with clean hands, with a good heart, and with sound minds. We are not just promising better, we are preparing to make better come. That is why we are giving St. James 5 brilliant, capable young leaders, men and women who are ready to serve, ready to work, and ready to walk with the people every step of the way to progress. Because our mission is to deliver better life for every Jamaican, and the time for that mission is now. Comrades, I want to say a few words before I go any further on an issue which came to my attention today. In St. Thomas, I saw 2 videos of a location where some people working apparently for the Jamaica Labour Party were in the business of tearing down billboards with PNP candidates on them and orange flags and fabric. And I said, let me report this to the Commissioner of Police, and I did. Because we do not want this to get out of hand. Those things can't vote. We know that when the trumpet sound and the election is called, the people of Jamaica are going to deliver a resounding victory for the People's National Party. So we don't want to react in anger to any form of provocation, my people. Don't make them draw way out and make this thing into something ugly. We want a peaceful and loving election. We are blood and fire comrades. We are passionate and we are resolved. Our resolve is unshakable. But the word is love. I want to keep it clean and decent like how it has been tonight. And comrades, there's another thing I wanted to do tonight. Some things should be above politics. And I heard the news late last night that somebody who I had worked closely with and who I respect, a great leader in the business community in this country, and somebody who had delivered public service through the Senate and in government, passed away after a long illness. He's a personal friend, and I want to, all of us, to respect him with a minute's silence for former Senator Don Webby, the Honorable Don Webby, Order of Jamaica. Let us honor him with a minute's silence tonight. We are bigger than politics. We are Jamaicans, and the word is love. Let us honor him with 1 minute silence. May his soul rest in peace. and light perpetually shine upon him. Condolences to his family and the Grace Kennedy family. Comrades, we are approaching the prospect of government with a series of policies and programs which are designed to make life better for all Jamaicans, to tackle the real issues that the country faces. When I think about the issue of land, I know here in St. James there are many families living on land for many, many years and they don't have security of tenure, they don't have no title. They are held back by land law that was crafted in colonial times as part of the evolution out of the days of slavery, which Sam Sharp and the other heroes fought against. Time come to modify those laws to empower our people so they can become owners instead of what some people call squatters. The next People's National Party is going to have a positive program of restoring ownership to the people using the lands that government own, where they have occupied those lands for at least 25 years. And they will get their titles. And furthermore, if they haven't made 25 years but they want to buy, we will enter into arrangements for them to buy on terms that they can afford, because we want the people of Jamaica to be empowered by owning a piece of the rock. And this is going to affect hundreds of thousands of Jamaicans, not only here in St. James, but all across the country. It is why our housing policy is focused on delivering affordable houses to the people. We have had many, many houses built in this country over the last 9 years, but the vast majority of those houses are out of reach of ordinary Jamaicans. They cannot afford those houses. Young Jamaicans who go through school and do well, some of them get to university and get a degree, they get a job, but they can't afford houses that are selling for the 20s and 30s and $40 million. We are going to build 50,000 affordable houses. We're going to do it on lands that are publicly owned lands but are not suitable for agriculture. And we are not going to include the value of the land in the price of the house. So you will get it at a good discount of $2 to $3 million, courtesy of the progressive policies of the People's National Party. We are going to restore the National Housing Trust to its proper mission. So all those young Jamaicans who want to own a home and are struggling and can't do it because they can't find the money to cover the deposit, we are establishing the Young Persons Deposit Fund in the National Housing Trust. $1 billion, which we will restore to $1 billion every year. And they will get a grant, that is money that you don't have to pay back. They will get a grant towards paying down on a house. Anyone up to 35 years who's been contributing to the fund for at least 2 years will qualify for that grant, and they will step up onto the ladder of ownership and will start to live the Jamaican dream. We have the First in Family program for young people. I have seen so many cases of brilliant young Jamaicans, did well in school, studied hard, got a raft of subjects at CXC, keep themselves out of trouble, want to pursue tertiary education in university or college, but the parents can't cross it and they don't get to go. And we are saying, if you are the first person in your family to qualify for tertiary institution education, university or college, the People's National Party will ensure that you get to go with a full scholarship so you can step up in life. And we expect you to pay it forward and lift your brothers and sisters forward with you, because we want to stop poverty moving from one generation to the next. We want to help our farmers to move to the next level in agriculture. Agriculture is around 9% of GDP. Jamaica has tremendous competitive advantage in many of the crops that we produce because it's of the finest quality. Whether it be the cocoa, whether it be the ginger, whether it be the yam, whether it be the Sea Island cotton, or whether it be the good ganja. We intend to establish the Agricultural Development Fund using a portion of the revenue that is charged on imported foods, which have been growing, have expanded dramatically under this government, because so much more food is being imported than when we were last in government. And that Agricultural Development Fund is going to support our farmers with financing through the PC banks with land preparation. We will look at fixing farm roads. We will look at irrigation and other water systems because we believe our farmers need the support so they can grow production and tackle this issue of food insecurity. 55% of Jamaicans are suffering right now from food insecurity. And me says so, and the United Nations says so. And that is why we have the Ease and the Ride programs. Because we realize children are missing school, and that is contributing to the poor performance for so many of the children in primary school. The Ease will ensure that they can get a hot, nutritious meal at school. It's going to cost $9 billion more per year. And that money is largely going to end up with the farmers of the country because they're the ones who are going to be supplying the food to the schools that will provide the meals for the children. And then we have the RIDE program, which is a subsidy of $500 a day for those students who the social workers say are the ones who are missing school because they can't afford transportation 5 days a week. We will provide that subsidy, which is $2,500 a week or $10,000 a month, so that their costs of transportation, and this will be in properly vetted transport operators who will be the ones carrying the children. Some of it will be buses, and in those areas where buses can't go, and there are many areas where the buses can't go, it will be taxi operators, fully vetted, and people in which we can have confidence. We are about uplifting the children and the parents and the families and Jamaica as a whole. We want to support the creative industries. Montego Bay has tremendous potential in that area because we know the brilliant artists that have come out of Mobay. We know the brilliant musicians, DJs, singers, sound engineers, creatives who paint, who make things out of craft, and so on. $1 billion we're establishing as a fund to support the creative industries because we want to give young practitioners a chance to make a business out of their talent and move the economy forward and build brand Jamaica. And of course, as Senator Floyd Morris pointed out, persons with disabilities, we want to really bring a new day for them. I come out of a home where I was exposed to persons with disabilities from I was born. My father came to Jamaica in 1953. He was the first orthopedic surgeon in the country, a bone specialist. And he established the polio rehab center when there was an outbreak of polio in Jamaica. And after we conquered polio, it became the Mona Rehab Center for all forms of physical disabilities. I have been the chairman of a charity that supports that rehab center since my father died in 1996. And I still support it today. And the next PNP government is going to put money into a fund for persons with disabilities to help to transform the landscape and transform their lives by making them have more access to education, to housing, to transportation, and to employment. Because the persons with disabilities are an important part of our society. And people, we have many other policies which you will be hearing about in due course. But we're not going to release everything because Andrew afraid to call it, and I don't know where I'm up to. But whatever him want to call it or not, the Constitution will call it if him don't call it. And we will be ready because we have done our preparation and we have thought through the issues. And the people of Jamaica want a government that they can have trust and confidence in. When it comes to social justice, it is the People's National Party that has delivered social justice in Jamaica since independence and even from before. And I know the beach access is a real issue here in St. James and in many other parishes. We are going to have a progressive policy around beach access. I've been checking it out in other Caribbean islands with strong tourism industries. They don't exclude their people from their beaches. Why should we do that here in Jamaica? We are going to enter into honest and fruitful dialogue with the hotel sector and the hotel owners to work out a system that will allow access to those private beaches where people are currently excluded. And we will use the legislation of the land if we need to support that process. We must have a situation in which Jamaicans can enjoy access to beaches. Similarly, the contract work situation. So many of our workers, especially in the hotel industry, but not just the hotel industry, are on these recurring short-term contracts. They have no security of tenure in their job. They don't qualify for certain benefits. We want to cut that out. If you are a person who has worked in the enterprise for a certain period of time on an ongoing basis, and you take directions from management, and you're there as a full-time person, you are an employee, and the law of the land must treat you as such, regardless of what type of contract they want to make you sign. The next PNP government is going to deal with the abuse of contract work privileges. We are about social justice. We are about uplifting our people. We're about addressing the wrongs of the past to make a better present and a brighter future. And that is why I say to all of you tonight, this is no time to be lackadaisical. This is no time to be complacent. This is a time of joy because we are about to bring change on the land. But we are going to have to march forward and do the work and put it in with dedication and commitment. And when we do that, comrades, I know Almighty God will deliver Jamaica from what there is now and put us there to bring us forward to a better place. Comrades, I thank you all for a wonderful evening here in Mount Salem Square. I thank you for staying with us for the hours that we have been here. And I say to each and every one of you, the word is love. Power to the people. God bless you all.